Hello, 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 everyone! How is everyone doing today? We are here currently streaming the semifinals and finals of the
Wala
VP.
kang audio.
Huh?
Wala kang audio sa stream.
The audio is on. Hello, hello, hello. Hello? No.
Wala.
No
Nandito
audio?
sa Discord yung pinaka-audio.
Oh, wait.
Everyone! Ayun, okay na.
Okay. Delayed. Stream is a bit delayed. Okay. Okay. Hello everyone. This is Eon Slayers here, and we are here taking a look at the semis and finals of the Vanguard Zero Philippines Monthly Tournament for the month of March. Today we'll be taking a look at our first round for the semifinals. We had about 20 participants in this tournament. 7 entering the room. And with me today is I have my friend here who is also the host of that tournament. This is VPH Norian. Please say hello. Yeah, the chat is like delayed for like 2 minutes. I don't know why. I'm so sorry. It's still pretty odd. I don't know why. VPH Norian, hello. Hello.
What's up?
Hey, hello. So this is VPH Norian, the host for our tournament for today. Hello, how are you doing? Hey.
The chat is like delayed for like 2 minutes. I don't know why. I'm so sorry.
I can't really do anything about that.
I don't know why.
It's been like that since I've been streaming. But anyways, we'll be taking a look at one of the semifinals match we have here.
VPH Arian, hello.
Hello. Yes, I'm here. Hello.
Oh. Hello. There we go. What's up?
Hey,
hello.
So this is VPH Norian.
I think is my audio is on for you. Maybe on yung audio ko sa'yo. Hello.
I can't really do anything about it. It's been like that since I've been streaming. But anyways, we'll be taking a look at
Norian.
semifinals match.
Wait, we're having some difficulties. Let me just mute him for a bit. Let me just mute for a bit. Okay, we're back. No more mirroring of audio. Sorry about that. So our first semifinals match is between let me check the brackets, is between ONS King and Lucas a Joke. Two very competitive players. I also personally attended the tournament. Sadly, I lost at top 8. I always lose at top 8. It's a curse of mine.
It's a curse.
Yeah, it's a curse.
Of top 8.
Yep, it's a curse of top 8. And Luke is a Joke is the one who actually beat me. So we're gonna see him with his main deck, which is Link Joker. ONS King, on the other hand, went up against VOC Kangaroo in the quarterfinals. Let's see. Is Lucas a Joke available now in the room? Okay, joining the room. Thank you. There we go. So I think there are people who joined the tournament here in our chat. How was your experience with the tournament? Is how far did you guys manage to get? How far did you guys manage to go? I think one of our people in the chat is in the semis right now watching the stream. So your fight will be a bit later today. Oh, they are both ready entering the fight.
No.
I'm entering the fight. Let's go. Here we have Revengers against Link Joker. Revengers ONS King. Link Joker is for Luke is a joke. Yep. Nice sleeves. Yep, we got our 10th anniversary sleeves right already. Round 1 bye, now top 4. Very, very nice. Oh, we have two ONS. We have two ONS actually in the tournament. We have two ONS. This is ONS King versus Luke is a joke. So for Luke is a joke, he isn't actually running the ride chain. He is running the starter that draws when it boosts limit break for card.
I think he's basically using Swartz as his kill trigger.
Yep,
for this deck.
Swartz is the heal, essentially a backup ride, I guess.
Yeah.
And we have here ONS King with standard Revengers, Goat as starter. I've had experience against Lucas a joke with his Link Joker, and I say it's actually pretty effective. Now
Well, having a non-ride chain deck is actually good.
well, depends on like consistency, right?
Well, yeah, but I guess he's having more choices in riding his G1 and G2 units here than having a restrict ride chain if you use the ride chain of Swartz.
Yeah, that is true. Like without the ride chain, you have more options to put on grade 1 and grade 2 slots, right?
Yeah,
Because of ride chain, you have to put 4 copies of each card.
of each
Yeah.
card.
But at least with this, he is free to use any combination of cards he wants. But he'll be sacrificing, of course, possibly bricking without the ride chain. But of course, it doesn't matter since Swartz is not the main ride of the deck. It is a heal.
His deck basically focuses on Star Vader units. And as we can see, I think his target here is to use 8k vanilla and 10k vanilla for his Vanguard.
And and we can see from the search for ONS King that his Darmood is a draw trigger. So he is running 10k vanillas for Revengers right here, hitting for those magic numbers. And the heal is proc, but sadly it
It's
doesn't
bad.
activate. Hitting and the heal for Luke is a joke, going back down still to 2. But since with the magic numbers, it will still definitely hit. It's a 3-1 right now in favor of ONS King. In the chat, who is your possible predicted winner of this first semifinals match? Who are you rooting for, ONS King or Luke is a joke? We have here one saying ONS for the win. So we have a supporter for ONS. Imagine if both ONS got to the finals. People in the same team just going off in the finals, right? Now pushing for 2 damage. Currently on break ride. Magic numbers doing magic stuff, definitely. Let me just probably open up a proper chat so I can keep up with chat. because it is delayed. Here you go. Let me just open it over here. There, now we're up with the chat. So I'm waiting for my turn, so I'm just streaming this game, and winner for the game won for LJ. So a guy here, 1013, is actually one of our semi-finalists, and he's waiting for his turn, of course. According from Lutesio, LJ is a good chance since it goes first. That is true. Oh! I'm so sorry, my phone just kinda turned off there. Early push to 4, but since there isn't much of a field on ONS King's side, I don't think it would be really worth it to lock right now. Though it will definitely prevent ONS King from pushing on pressure if Luke here locks up that whole column. VPH Noran, hello, how are you? How are you? Hello, are you still there?
Yes, I'm still here.
Okay, there we go. I was worried for a bit. You were muted in Discord. So, riding up to Nebula Lord. Nebula Lord, of course, is the main ride of Luke's deck. Locking up that whole column. And from ONS King's side, there is no break ride. So, just straight up on Raging Form play. Do you think... I personally think ONS King is in a great disadvantage at the moment, actually. Even if ONS has lower damage.
Well, I can say it actually depends. Maybe he doesn't have any more Dread in his hand, or maybe he just want to rush it using RFD.
Rushing using RFD, yeah, but
neither of the two, I guess.
But probably most likely he just whiffed like the break ride. He doesn't have the break ride in hand, because the break ride really adds more pressure to the whole RFD turn, right? Without the break ride, RFD is just an 11k base. It doesn't hit for over magic numbers. Interestingly enough, only one intercept for Luke here. Going in for that attack turn.
Do I smell some restanding RFD right here?
Restanding RFD already with just like so it will be a forced intercept retire if he wants to restand, correct? Yeah. He has to retire one of his own intercepts, which is a bit unfortunate. Yeah, that's the problem now, right? Revengers need to push even harder if they want this win. They are in a great disadvantage right now. The opponent has counterblasts ready to retire. Even if they manage to push them hard this turn, the opponent will most likely survive. Activating Raging Form.
And he'll restand.
Yep, he'll restand there. But the other card on his front row is not an intercept. So this could possibly be very dangerous for ONS King right now.
Let's see if Luke is a joke have a PG in his hand.
Will he have a PG in hand? And a PG procs.
Sadly, you have.
And a PG procs. And now it's time for Luke's push. Currently at 4 damage for ONS King with no intercepts. Putting in those 10k vanillas. The 10k vanillas are really, really good right now.
Yeah. Most especially since ONS King G2 units have only 9k.
Yeah, most of them are 9k.
Unless it's Who's this 12k attacker again in Revenger?
Masquerade.
Yeah.
Yep. But we did see 10k Vanillas on ONS King's side as well. Now we will see what will Luke will do. Okay, Luke will lock up that Dorant. That Dorant is a very dangerous card, of course.
Yeah.
Oh, very well, Dave. Hello, you overslept. Oh, I'm so sorry to hear that. And now hitting using the power gained by Nebula Lord here, hitting for big numbers. Will ONS King have 2 PGs available? Now this is
and
like
it's a heal.
it's a heal. Oh, and that is a heal. That's a bad.
Oh, it's a double heal.
Oh, but the other heal whiffed, right? So it doesn't quite matter.
And
Oh, no PG. Will this be the end?
game 1 will
And
go
game
to
1
Lucas.
goes to
The joke.
Luke is a joke. Game 1 goes to Luke is a joke. Very well played on Link Joker. And from
Wow.
my own information, I
That
think
trigger stacking.
yeah, the trigger sacking is part of it, but I mean, Luke is a joke played very well. The grade 3 that the ONS King put in the front really did not help him. That could the thing with Link Joker, right? You don't want to put non-intercepts in the front row. And from the list that we got from Luke is a joke, he runs 4 singularity snipers. So going into game 2, will Luke is a joke continue to run his Link Joker?
So I guess Luke is a joke aim here is to early control his opponent by using singularity.
I mean, yeah, but once like on break ride, right? Once on break ride, since he doesn't mainly focus on Swartz, he can afford to just lock up one of the front rows, and if the other front row is not an intercept, he can just swing with singularity and lock it, right? Punishing the place of the opponent. So waiting for Luke is a joke to re-enter the room right now. Going into round 2. If Luke is a joke wins this, he will be moving on to the finals. So ONS King must win this if he wants to have a chance. Now we will see what decks will they use actually. I think Luke is a joke might just go full Link Joker the whole tournament. And we are viewing the fight. Here we go. Revengers versus Link Joker again. So another same match again. Another rematch. We'll be having a rematch then.
A rematch.
Okay. Let's see here. Mulling 1. About for Luke. Mulling 2. Okay. This time, Revengers is the one going first. So the tempo of the Link Joker tempo for first turn will not be present. Riding directly to Dorant. Slow start. Both decks have like a very slow start, right? Link Joker and Revengers. Slow early game to mid game and then very explosive late game. Riding up to the filter. Just swinging for 1-to-1. And in the next set, since we'll be having also another tournament next month, we'll probably be seeing more of Link Joker, especially because CBD, Chaos Breaker Dragon, will be released next set. So that's gonna be a very exciting tournament. Revenger will win game 2. A guy? Okay, that's your prediction. One of our semifinalists said here that Revengers will win this game 2. Activating Tar2 here to get that 10k attacker behind and just swinging for face. Very slow start for both decks. So 10k vanilla again. And this is like the advantage of not running the ride chain, right? You can put in as many ratio of any cards that you want without
10K
being forced.
vanillas.
Yep, 10k vanillas.
Yeah.
Another 10k. I also personally in my build would run 10k vanillas. Nebula Lord will like lock the back row. That's gonna make it for the opponent hard to like hit over the 10k vanillas on rear guard circle at least, since you lock up the back row. That's probably the main reason why the main ride is Nebula. And ONS King finally got the break ride, putting him down that Dorant and then that Nimane. Yep, Chaos Breaker will definitely be a powerful unit. That is correct. But yeah, once set 15, the unlockers come. Once the unlocker comes, that's gonna be a very hard matchup now for putting down that Darmood in the front. I don't quite agree with that, because it doesn't even hit 4 over normal numbers. So why would you put the Darmood in front? It can easily be locked up. Unless you're hoping for a double trigger, if I'm correct. And nope, will not hit. So now he will be risking that Darmood in the front. But I mean, unless the opponent like directly rides out to Nebula. A guy says his prediction will come true. We will see. We will see. Yes, Norian?
Maybe ONS King goal here why he put the Darmood what's his name? Darmood in his RGs for pressure.
Pressure, but
Maybe for pressure for in
it would have
maybe,
been fine if the booster behind it was like any other grade 1, but it's the 4K one. So it doesn't even hit normal numbers.
Maybe
right?
his purpose here is for pressure or for the retire skill of RFD.
Probably most likely the retire skill of RFD. He knows that the opponent will most likely just ride the break ride here, and there's no risk for that to like attack. Maybe he think the second that it was 11k. That can also happen. Well, we don't know, right? So now, only push to 3. Now, will ONS King push Luke to limit break? Because overdraw. That is also very much possible. Like, whoa. Okay, going straight to RFD. Oop, that is choppy there. Going straight to RFD with no...
Without having a break ride?
With no break ride?
Is this a whiff?
Is that a misplay? I think, look, he's not doing anything, so I think he might have misplayed that, if I'm correct. What's the point of riding?
I guess ONS King here thinks that he had 4 damage.
And just probably misride. Yeah.
Yeah.
2 misplays back to back. The Darmood in front didn't even serve any purpose. It was just retired and called over by Tar2. He rode RFD with no brake ride. I think the pressure is getting onto him. But pushing the opponent to 5 though. He's at 3 damage, so he'll most likely probably survive. But how will he counterattack? And he is definitely still at risk of Schwarzschild, right? Schwarzschild Dragon is still definitely a risk.
Yeah.
Oh, and no Schwarz, but going to Nebula is still
It's a
very
Nebula.
strong. It's still very strong here. This might be... Yeah, this is definitely the opportunity for Link Joker right now to just push the opponent to like high damage. They can't do anything, right? Once you lock up 3 rear guards for Revengers, they can't use RFD to restand. The thing with matchup with Revengers against Link Joker, Revengers has a good matchup against Link Joker purely for the fact that they retire their own rear guards. But if the opponent locks up those rear guards before you retire, you're in trouble.
Yeah.
So you have to win through pace, I guess. You have to just rush. Or else you'll definitely be in a tough situation like this one. No intercepts though. Interesting. Who? It's probably nervousness or pressure that the opponent is having some misplays here and there, right? I mean, who can blame them? They're currently in the semifinals, right? Sometimes it can get to your head. You'll misplay here and there, fat finger. Everyone goes through that. And a draw trigger. Unless he sacks draws. My prediction will be a false prophecy. Said by one of our semifinalists here, a guy 1013. Okay, push to 5. But now, what will King ONS do with a field like that? Just putting down Blaster Dark Revenger here. Attacking right here. Ooh, let's see the drive check. There we go. The heel is popping off. I'm so sorry if there's a bit of a latency issue with like my mirroring. But after this match, I will definitely fix it again. And we will move on to the next semis. If, of course, ONS King loses this match. But that's a double PG. That's gonna be a hard. So there's, but I mean, ONS King has 2 intercepts up and he's only at 4 damage, right? He'll be fine. And there it is, the Schwarzschild Dragon. There it is. The Schwarzschild Dragon is here, pushing hard. Oh, and a double intercept and the Persona Blast. Oh no! ONS King is definitely in trouble right now. No question. He needs 2 PGs if he wants to survive this attack. And even then, will he be able to do a proper counterattack? I don't think so. Activating Singularity Sniper. Again. Let's see. Will this be the end of ONS King on pre-PG procs? Ooh. Oh no. Here we go.
And it's a 2-0 for Lucas Joke.
And there is and that's it. There's no way that the opponent he can heal out. That's the end of it. And that is the end of it. ONS King lost against Lucas Joke with a 2-0 sweep. Very unfortunate for ONS King. Let me just disconnect for a bit my screen, and we'll be resetting for the next semifinals match. And we are back. Okay. So now, yeah, Shadows Out's very unfortunate for our players there. Now, moving on to the next semi-final match. We have ONS, Kurokami, and Agai 1013. Of course, Agai 1013 here was one of our people in the chat earlier. And ONS Konami is the teammate, of course, of ONS King. Will ONS Konami take revenge for his lost teammate? Sending the rooms now. So, VPH Noran, what did you think of that previous match? VPH Noran here is chatting in the Discord right now, reminding them of putting in the rooms. Send the rooms in the Discord, and we'll be checking out the second semifinals match. And then after this, we'll be checking out the match for top 3. And then we'll move on to the finals. So before we actually start the match, so what is this is of course a VPH exclusive tournament. That is VPH. VPH stands for Vanguard Philippines. Vanguard Philippines is a community of Vanguard and Vanguard Zero enthusiasts. Of course, Filipino players can definitely join and have fun with us. We hold tournaments, we hold streams and such. And if you're a Filipino watching right now that is not still in the group, you can search it out in Facebook, or you can check out the link that I will provide for you in the description. Lutesio said, interesting fight. Hoping to see what will happen now. Yes. So we have another ONS player here. We have another ONS player fighting right now with Agai 1013. Agai 1013 is of course a fellow streamer of ours who likes to stream in Twitch and Omelette Arcade. Let's see, is the room available now? The room is definitely available now. Let me just input that, and we will check out the rooms. 300-514662. Yes, look is a joke, yep. Okay, so entering now the room for our second semifinals match. We have here ONS Konami versus Agai 1013. We have been a bit late on entering. We have Kagyro versus Aqua Force. Kurokami playing Aqua Force and Agai 1013 playing, not Narukami, Kagyro. I'm so sorry. Kagyro versus Aqua Force. This is gonna be a very interesting match. Riding, of course, Gojo here, the filter. I'm so sorry again if there's lag or delay for the mirroring, because I don't know, I still can't. Nox is still a very laggy emulator for me, but I'm still gonna test it out because this is getting annoying. Going into Aqua Force, riding a self-damager. So there are definitely self-damagers for this. Swinging in 1 for face. No triggers available. And dropping, here we go. Just both decks also still definitely have a very pretty slow start. Novell joined the server. Oh boy. Novell is definitely a terrifying card. If you've seen one of my uploaded videos, my own experience with Novell, it's a brutal card. It's a brutal card. Miracle Heals are nulled. Triggers are nulled. So you just have to hope that you're not on 5 damage or the opponent is not at 5 damage. Activating here. Getting that grade 1 card. I forgot the name, but it's a double R. There we go.
Ooh.
The ability of that card is when it boosts, you can counterblast 2 to gain a crit, but the boost gets removed, so there won't be a 6k boost anymore, but you'll gain a crit. That's very interesting. I rarely see any other player use that card, but we have a very interesting deck here for a guy 1013 right here. We probably have a standard Aqua Force deck for Kurokami here, right? Oop, and there we go. 1 damage dealt and healed down. This is an interesting. So he didn't search for a PG. We can probably assume that a guy here has PGs in his hand if he's confident enough to not search for it. Alright, correct? Riding here to Suisei, of course. Gaias, thank you. The booster is named Gaias. Now, boost attacking for 2 damage here. And a draw trigger. Over defensive. Now, the opponent needs Kurokami here. Gets a heal, lucky enough. And will hit for over defensive and heal down to 0. And a heal for a guy. It's a heal fiesta right now. All early heals are being procced. Now, what will a guy do next? Riding straight up to Dauntless here. Dauntless Drive Dragon. Getting ready for that restand on break right turn. Now rushing heals. Here we go. Definitely. Interesting. No other cards on the field. Swinging the Vanguard straight directly to the intercept. No damage will be dealt this turn. What is happening? Can we assume that he can't put down any other cards? Or maybe all the cards in his hand are combo pieces?
I guess probably they are all combo pieces or maybe sentinels.
That is also possible. Sentinels, yeah, because he didn't search for a PG, right? He searched for Gaias. So there's probably like 2 to 3 PGs in hand that he doesn't want to put down. This is already a bad sign for Kurokami here, if our assumption is true. So a fellow ONS is cheering on for their teammate Kurokami, another ONS player. Who are you guys rooting for? Swinging here with Tetra. This will probably be Glory. No, not Tetra. I'm sorry. Transcore Glory. And another early heal proc for a guy. The heals are just keeps coming. 2-0. A guy here needs to put down cards if he doesn't want to overdraw. He has a lot of cards in hand currently. Wow, that plot armor definitely. Keep healing in the wrong time. Oh, he's currently in stream right now. Shouldn't you be focusing on your match? But yes, he does said he kept healing in the wrong time. Early heals are considered pretty bad because you'd want to be pushed to your limit break in order to pull off your combos. This is probably gonna be a pretty long match since both are in low damage even on their grade 3 turns. Retiring that starter using Berserk, very smart play, preventing the opponent from searching their glory. And a draw trigger, so we have Dot checked. And a guy here is still definitely in the realms of overdrawing. Not. Hope I won't fight the plot armor for the finals. Oh boy. Oh, good yap. So this is one of this is probably Luke, correct? He's currently watching the semifinals with us today, one of our semifinalists. After this match, we'll be checking out the top 3 fight before we move on to finals, of course. Yes, he is definitely at risk for overdrawing. Now, what will Kurukami do? Low damage for each of them. A guy has the card advantage. Putting down that. Ooh. Just. Interesting. There's not much cards being played right now on the field. Both players are keeping their hand relatively high and not committing anything on the board. This is a slow burn game right now. Now going back to a guy's turn. Currently it's a 3-1. But of course we all know Kagyro has high pressure once they reach limit break and can easily push you to 5. And with that Gaius in the back, that's even more dangerous. Putting down that Balikosity and that Gojo. Maybe pushing in for 3 damage this turn. Counter-charging. Ooh, I think there might be... attacking the rear, attacking the swapper right now.
Maybe his goal here is to have a 1cc.
Just one counter-charge, right? Maybe a Gaius next turn, right? Gaius next turn. Since Gaius needs counterblast too. And just retiring that swapper there, just to...
Maybe he had some Dote in his hand right now.
Maybe, yeah. And just waiting for limit break, right? And...
for limit break, yeah.
Yeah, and at this point, we have here, just pushing for 2 damage. Yep, just pushing for 2 damage right now. And with on Break Ride, if Kurokami does give Break Ride here, the Vanguard doesn't even need boost because he will definitely be at like 21k, right? So playing that Gaius right there might be a win con right there. Interestingly enough, we can see that Kurokami runs normal Maelstrom as a crit. So this deck is not a full draws. It has crits.
Maybe a 4-5 setup. A
4-5 setup.
Crit and 5 draw.
4 crit 5 draws. Then I guess isn't then a glory deck? Well, there's one of the glories. So most likely another glory in hand and going in hard right now for that pressure.
Yeah, I think it's a glory transcore.
Yep, it's definitely glory transcore, but there's random like a crit for Maelstrom, right? Probably that's why he runs like the swappers. And the whiffed heal, but that will help in pushing into 5 damage. Of course, if the opponent doesn't heals. And a draw trigger, but that's okay. That's 2 dotes down
I
for a
smell
guy.
a dote 2 crits that will swing for 3 times.
Oh, that is painful. Now, this is gonna be a very explosive turn. And a terrifying turn. this is a very terrifying turn. Of course.
It's actually a double-edged sword for Agai 1013.
Of course, yeah, if a guy 1013 can't finish this game now, he will have to get ready for a Transcore Glory. That's gonna be 2 cards discarded, 1 grade 3 and 1 non-sentinel. But his hand is pretty big, right? So,
Yeah.
his hand is like pretty big. And he will draw
But
from
for
this.
the cost of... yeah.
He will draw from this, right?
He'll still draw pala.
Yep,
Yeah.
so there's no problem. He'll just have to either try to win this turn or win next turn, right? Yeah. A guy here is in a very good position. Still much thinking of what will he do next. And there's the Dote that we've been looking for. There is. Our boy Dote.
So, I think my prediction is right.
Yes,
Having a dotted 3 times swing with a crit.
Yep, with that Gaius in the back, that is definitely dangerous. And then
It's either 3 times swing of dote with a crit or 4 times swing.
no,
of
because okay, so not committing anything else. Gaius will activate the counterblast 2 for okay, Dote swing first. Of course to restand maybe, right? To restand using a Dote Persona Blast. This is the power of Kagyro right now. No drive checks though. I think there's having some latency problems right now with the guy since the turns are going pretty slow. And activating Dote right there to restand. Look at that. Look at those flames explode. Restanding, drawing 2 cards. Now, that Berserk Dragon will most likely swing for face. The thing is, he won't be able to use Gaius if he will use the DDD, because Gaius requires 2 counterblasts, DDD requires 1. He doesn't have 3 counterblasts. He only has 2. Swinging in unboosted. So yeah, and the heal on top of that.
He had a heal.
Oh. Kurokami is definitely not in a good position right now. early heals, early draws, the pressure is just too much.
But as of now, Agay 1013 doesn't have heal anymore in his deck, and he has 9 cards left in his deck.
Yeah, so very close to both deck out, and since no more heals, he will not be healing anymore in the further turns. So Miracle Heals is out of the question right now. And he will definitely use
Yeah.
the DDD to restand. Note, in Global, Dauntless Drive is still not buffed, so you still need to discard 3 to draw 2. Will he activate it? He did not activate the Dauntless.
Maybe for the possibility of not having a deck out.
Yeah, that's true. If he did use Dauntless now, he has a high chances of decking out. Right?
Yeah.
So it was too risky.
So more chances of survivability for Agay.
Yeah, but now let's see if Kurokami has that glory ready to ride. We haven't seen much draws from Kurokami here, but it's a given that she doesn't run to a full draws. Riding
And
here.
we have the Glory Transcore combo.
Yep. And then we need a self-damager. No self-damager! That's unfortunate. Glory cannot activate its ability if it's not in 5
Wait, what's
damage.
happening?
So no glory.
It doesn't have any.
But there's a heal though. That's as good as you can get. There's a heal though. And now a PG proc. Now that tides have shifted, Kurokami is now in a very good position. And if Kurokami survives this turn, and I think that's probably a GG for a guy. There's no more heals. There are no more heals in this deck. He has to only now rely on intercepts in PGs if he wants to survive. Okay. He wasted the DDD break ride earlier just to not risk overdrawing. And then we have here another Berserk. But I don't think it would be worth it to retire anything right now. We have here the grade 1 Novelle. And another one. There's probably just pushing face then, if I'm correct. Just pushing as much damage as possible, trying to survive. We don't know how many PGs does a guy have in his hand, so he'll most likely survive. First hit, and a PG drops for Kurokami. And a dote to the rear guard. Interesting, does he have another dote in hand to restand? There's no trigger. And the first drive check. No trigger on the second drive check. Hitting that glory on the rear guard. It's taking a loading in game itself. Interesting. A guy is swinging on the rear guard so that Kurokami can't activate the ultimate break of glory.
Glory
Very
Maelstrom.
smart. Yeah, very smart. So a guy here didn't swing for face because he doesn't want Kurokami to activate glory. But here's the problem though. Kurokami runs self-damagers. If Kurokami has self-damagers, then it would be pretty useless, but will Kurokami have self-damagers? And now, they're both just trying to stall each other out. A stall fight. Ooh. Probable deck out win. A guy is down to 6 cards after he draws. So this is getting pretty risky. Pretty dicey.
It's a stall game for now.
It's a slow stall game. Neither wants to push damage, right? And Kurokami did not put any other cards on the field. I might be thinking that those 3 cards may be PGs. Both are very confident. Neither of them wants to budge. A guy doesn't want to hit Kurokami for the 5th damage because he will be at risk of the glory. So Rababnyam Eswara Kamor. Hey, hello there. Welcome to the stream. We are streaming the VPH Monthly Tournament. Gaius! Yes, Gaius finally comes in for the play, forcing Kurokami to PG this attack. A strike into the bottom. And no triggers. Kurokami will be forced to PG this. There we go. Now, will he be swinging for face for 5, or will he still refuse to give Kurokami the ultimate break? And he will definitely refuse to give the ultimate break. The more turns that passes, the closer it is.
Agai's goal here is to...
Yeah, go on.
I guess Agai's goal here is to push Kurokami to use all of his
Hand.
cards in hand.
Yeah, that is true, but then again, remember, Agai is close to deck out. Agai is close to deck out. And there's there's one right there. And now a PG will be used up once Glory swings in. And a draw for Kurokami. This is the battle of stall. And another turn will pass, and one more card to Agai's deck out. Oh, so one of the ONS teammates here are cheering on for Kurokami. So this is a pure stall fight between the two. Agai prevents Kurokami from activating ultimate break. Kurokami is trying to win through deck out. Of course, I don't know which one is in an advantage or disadvantage right now actually. And another Gojo in front. And an Overlord on the left. I think he'll be swinging for
I
face.
guess Agai will push Kurogami to 5 or 6 damage here.
Yeah, if Kurokami doesn't have 2 PGs, I think this might be the end of Kurokami. And a defensive procs for Kurokami.
Oh, it's a trigger.
Oh boy, here we go. Now, Agai. I don't think Agai has enough triggers left in deck at this point. Yep, and not risking it. Just swinging on rear guard here.
Oh.
This is a definite stall fight. None of them wants to budge. But with since a guy pushed Kurokami to 5, ultimate break is online. And I think this might be the end of the first match. We have 2 cards in hand. And a guy surrenders the match. What that one defensive dictated how the match went. Oh my. Oh my. Congratulations. I will be moving on to the second round. Let me just restart my mirroring. VPH Norian, what did you think of that match?
It's actually a break. I mean, it's actually a stall fight match during that round.
Yeah, it's like neither of them wanted to budge, right? No one wants to. Both
Stalling,
of them.
and I guess the first one who had 4 or 5 damage during that round will have a very explosive turn.
Yeah. So what decks will we see this time? Okay, I am back on mirroring. I'm sorry I had to like restart the mirroring in between fights.
Unfortunately for me, Agay 1013 didn't manage his draw power that well during that match.
Definitely the wasted break right
Since
turn, right?
when he, yeah,
That break ride could have pushed Kurokami to the.
like he didn't risk.
Yeah, he did not. He was too afraid of the overdraw. Right? We're going in. Oh, connection error. What? Oh no. Let me try to re-enter. What was the room? Did you know the room that they were using?
347, 302, 357.
Is that the same room? I think the room number
Let me
changes,
copy
right?
again.
What was the room again?
It's 347, 302, 357.
357. Okay, viewing again. Up, there we go. I'm back. I'm sorry. We're having some sort of difficulty because, man, you should really try to get an emulator working. So we are here again. The second round between ONS Kurokami and Agay 1013. Yes, Agay 1013 definitely wasted his DDD turn there. That was a shame. He was afraid of overdraw, but that gave Kurokami the chance to build up his cards, her cards, and
Agay is afraid on actually having a deck out during that fight.
yep, deck out, and he was afraid, of course, to give Kurokami the ultimate break.
Yeah. Or
And
that
we
very
hear,
explosive Transcore Glory setup.
Who do we have here? What is the match? So Kurokami is now using Kagyro this time. So it switched. Kurokami is now using Kagyro.
I
And
guess it's an Exculpate versus Novel.
well, Exculpate is just most likely like a replacement to Palamedes, right? Exculpate itself is not a good card.
I'm sorry. So actually, it's an MLB deck.
Yep, it's an MLB deck. It's an MLB deck with Exculpate replacing Palamedes. Now, MLB is honestly, even throughout the different sets, throughout the shifts of the meta, MLB is still a very solid deck. It gains crits. It has retire. It has returning heals. And the connection unstable is happening right now. What is happening? Oh, we are back. We are back. Are we back? Whoa, whoa, what's happening? Okay, swinging on the grade 1. No triggers. I think there's having some either connection issues with me or with either of the players.
I guess it's either of the players since I'm also having reconnecting issues
Yep,
right
okay,
now.
so it's either of the players. Because, yeah, earlier during a guy's turn, right, he was taking the timer was taking a bit of time before going down. And a PG is gone for Kurokami. Every PG counts against an MLB deck, remember. Yeah, a guy said his side is super laggy. Yeah, it's okay. I mean, searching out that PG, of course, on Kurokami's side. Swinging in for face just to countercharge. And a draw. One dot down. And a Blaster Dark down. Ever since the nerf of MLB, MLB has seen less and less play, but it's definitely not dead. Ooh, whoa, that's an interesting grade too. Usually you don't see that grade 2 on that ride there. Usually the grade 2 lineups are like trumpeters, the 12k attackers for blasters, and just 4 copies, of course, of Blaster Dark and Blaster Blade. So I do wonder the ratio of this. There's a draw trigger right there for Kurokami, adding more to hand. That's very good. You want as much hand as possible with Kagyro. Of course, the weakness of MLB is you will sacrifice essentially 2 intercepts to gain that crit. And we have here Dauntless. Calling in that Striken, calling in that Novel Grade 1, swinging with Vanguard. No trigger on first, will we have, and a trigger on the second, hitting for that defensive over that magic numbers. Oop, and a draw trigger, Exculpate, yep, Exculpate is definitely part of this deck. And another draw. A guy is drawing his own cards. They're both getting draw triggers left and right. Now, will this be an MLB activated turn? Will a guy get that crit? And there we go, the MLB ride is here. Blaster Blade will be out on the
Does
field.
a guy have here the Blaster Blade and the Blaster Dark in his hand?
I mean, Blaster Blade is on the field right now, retiring that Striken. So will he have Blaster Dark? That is the question. We've seen 2 Blaster Darks revealed. Using another Gantz to get another copy of Blaster Blade. Interesting.
Oh, he had.
Oh, and there it is. The Blaster Dark. And another Blaster Dark in the back. So setting up at least 1 intercept in the front, right? He has 2 Blaster Darks. That's all his Blaster Darks. 1 swing to the face and pushing Kurokami to 5. But note, Kurokami can have a very explosive break ride turn. Attacking with MLB, sucking up those Blaster Blade and Blaster Dark. There we go. And a draw trigger again for with Exculpate. I'm so sorry if there's some drop frames on my mirroring. It's not my laptop, it's the mirroring itself. Pushing Kurokami to 5 damage. And a guy is currently in 3 damage right now, so he's definitely sitting in a comfortable situation. Nope, and that's the end of the turn. Now Kurokami will have her turn to break ride and push back. And the Dote is on the field, ready to swing. Look at that. If only my mirroring wasn't late. There we go. Putting down that Novell right there. Does she have a Novell in hand? She did. And now with Counterblast 1 retiring that. Retiring the back row instead. Interesting. Yes, the finals will still be a best of 3. The format does not change, of course. But before the finals, we will have a fight for the top 3, of course. So stay tuned for that. And the whoever wins this match will go to finals, of course. Ooh boy, here we go. A PG has been dropped on a guy's side, pushing now him to 5 damage. And activating the Dota ability, restanding with the Persona Blast.
Oh,
Oh boy.
and it's a heal trigger.
Oh, and there's the heal.
Oh, miracle
And there's the heal. Will.
Both sides.
Oh! And swinging in with Dote. Oh, I'm so sorry. It's super late. And that kind of skipped it. But a guy did get a miracle heal out of that. Now, if that was Novell, he would have lost. If the Vanguard of Kurokami was Novell, he would have lost. But it was Dote. Oh my, oh.
Say goodbye to heals.
Oh yeah, this is just an amazing fight. Both healed proc. And now a guy needs to keep up the pressure and push back as much as he can. At best, he can proc 2 PGs if once he uses that blaster blade. And a trumpeter on the field. What will that trumpeter do? Will he use another? Will he call a blaster dark? Oh, and he called the spirit. And then using the spirit's ability, since it's been superior called, counterblasting 1, retiring one of the intercepts. A guy is going in hard. Oh, he is not pushing for. He's not putting any more cards on the field. He's just pushing for a PG proc. If I'm correct. Yeah. And then VG pushing in. And there we go. No triggers on a guy's side, and a PG will be procced for Kurokami. Let me just try to restart my mirroring again. I'm so sorry. And there we are back. There we go. And now as we see, Kurokami activates Novell and Persona Blasts, retiring all cards on the field.
A Novell here.
And Novell will swing in for face, hoping that a guy did not draw into any PGs. Will a guy lose? And there is no trigger, and there is no PGs. And he will not be able to miracle heal. And that is it. That is it. Kurokami won.
So it's a 2-0 for
2-0 for Kurokami right there. That was a very amazing match, well played by both players, but sadly Kurokami finally prevailed, and finally ONS, one of you will be representing going to the finals. So let's move on to we will move on to top 3 right now. Let me just restart again. So our top 3 will be Wizard. Who's going to fight for top 3? We have Agai 1013 versus our bronze match will be ONS King versus Agai 1013, the top 10 match. Now we will see first the top 3 match. After the top 3 match, then we can move on to the finals. There we go. It's on right now. Okay. Yep, congratulations indeed to Kurokami. Our finalists are ONS Kurokami and Look is a Joke. For our third place match, we will have ONS King and Agai 1013. Please kindly ready your rooms for the bronze match. Paging Agai 1013 and ONS King. Yeah, please just send us your room ID and we will be watching your third place match. And there is the room available right there. We will just type that in. There we go. That was well done by both players. So we have our competitors here. We have Agai 1013 and ONS King fighting for the third place. Excuse me. Being mentioned on the Discord right now, please enter the specified room. So, VPH Noran, what did you think of that final match between the two? It's a very interesting match. MLB did not get to shine, sadly, even though they miracle healed. Very unfortunate. We are still waiting for ONS King to get into the room. Okay, so I will be your opponent. Your opponent will be ONS King. You all will be fighting for the third place, of course. This is the bronze match. After your match, we will be moving on to the finals. To those, while we're here, to those who participated, please look forward to more tournaments in the future, and you might be lucky, you might be one of the champions today. And you will definitely be featured in the stream for the semis and the finals, of course. Next set will have a vastly new meta, but with some returning clans, of course. Still
What
waiting.
are the clans supported for the next set?
Next set?
It's LJ, DP.
So for next set, set 14, we will have Chaos Breaker for Link Joker. We have Daikaiser for DP.
As well as the Yusha Rivers.
Yes, the Yusha Reverse as well. No, it's not counted as a buy yet. Your opponent is just enter the room. Here we go. And then we have Ramiel Reverse for Angel Feathers. And I forgot the other one. I forgot the other support for set 14.
Is this GN?
Huh?
Is GN ba?
GN?
Mm, who's
Great
this
Nature?
card? Yeah.
Don't-
Leopard Reverse.
Leopard Reverse is released now.
Oh, okay. I'm sorry.
I don't. And Great Nature doesn't receive support after set 13. Yeah. Oh, this is gonna be an interesting fight. We have a guy with Kagyro and ONS King bringing in Genesis.
Oh, Genesis.
Genesis is a very interesting deck, of course. With Fortuna, you will have multiple drive checks as long as you have the soul to fuel it. And of course,
Also, he can have multiple attacks.
oh, definitely with Chamomile.
Chamomile and G1.
Yep, the Vanguard right now. Putting in that in the soul early, very nice. And this is the ride chain. This is the ride chain actually. And on set 15, we will be receiving Minerva, which is a restanding Vanguard for Genesis, which will
Minerva
make this,
and Angelica.
which will make this deck even more consistent and even more powerful.
Yeah.
Riding a Novel Grade 1 for a guy 1013. This will be for the third place. Even though you are not fighting for that finals, try your best because the third place will still definitely get a prize. And a Dote check, that draw trigger for a guy 1013. This is the first time we've seen Genesis now in the tournament, at least live right now. From the deck list, most people run the standard like Revengers, Reiji, Link Joker, and Kagyro. That's the standard four decks that is run in this tournament. But there are some people who brought some meme decks, then there are people who brought like interesting decks like Aquaforce, then we have your Genesis, and the Grade 2 Artemis.
But actually, Genesis is one of the unrated decks in Vanguard Zero.
Underrated deck?
Yeah.
Yeah, Genesis is definitely underrated deck. Genesis is a solid upper tier 2 contender, right? It has a on set 15, it's a solid upper tier 2. Definitely very competitive. Because you have a restanding Vanguard, you have multi-attack, you have soul, you have basically everything in this deck. Then in the future, you have retire as well, you have draw. Very good deck. It's just that no one seems... It's just not as popular as the other decks, right?
Yeah.
Sadly, it's not as popular as the other decks because, of course, we have the popular decks: Liberators, Revengers, Link Joker. You know, once you name the clan, you'll know their main cards, and you'll basically know they're popular. And using Novel, The Grade 2 Novel to retire that back row, calling out that counter charger in the front row. Will a guy activate activating Conroe to get 1 PG, then using the Bellicosity to countercharge 1. Of course. And putting down that booster brand Vanguard. Returning a Novel because there's that thinking sign. Yep. Returning Novel, getting another copy of Dote. See, that's the power of the Novel engine. You just search out whatever cards you want. Filter right here. And now pushing for damage. Oh, and Chamomile down. Countercharging 1. If you think about it, right? Genesis is like just a different variant of Kagyro, if you think about it. They both have like restanding capabilities and multi-attack power, right? But Kagyro relies more on retiring and draw power.
Yeah.
Yep. And Genesis relies on its soul and then pure multi-attack. Nope, we are currently now looking at the match for the 3rd place. Finals will happen after this. Oh, a ride skip. A ride skip for ONS
Is
King.
this a grade lock?
Grade lock or maybe a grade lock. We do know that probably the Genesis here doesn't run draws. It just runs probably full crits or at least a 4-5 ratio.
It's either grade lock or his goal
Is to
here
soul
is
charge
to
more.
Is
Soul-
to set up for his soul.
Yep, soul charge even more with the grade 2 Artemis, right?
Yeah.
This is very interesting. A battle for the 3rd place. Then after this, we might take maybe a bit of like after this 3rd place match. I think we should take probably a bit of a break then. Maybe 5 minutes just to prep up the finalists. And riding directly to normal Dragonic Overlord here. Maybe for the cross-ride numbers. Cross-ride numbers definitely help.
Yeah. 13k base.
Yep, and
actually
since you'll be like Genesis likes multi-attacking, right? Cross-ride numbers will help you get over the numbers, right? Defensive-wise. And now, King ONS's choice of staying in grade 2 might be putting him at risk right now. Since he will definitely be pushed hard. Another counter charge. Swinging in Vanguard first to have a chance of healing, not denying his own heal. Very smart play. You don't want to deny your own heal. And there it is, a heal procs, just as I said it. And now, if of course King ONS doesn't get a defensive here, a PG will be procced on his side. But a defensive does proc, and now it won't hit. Hitting, but it will not get through. And now we're moving on to King ONS's turn. Oops. There you go. A double intercept in the front row. And as you can see from his soul, it's not. There are 2 Melissas in there, but no Chamomiles. And still no grade 3 ride. Is he actually grade stuck, or is he setting up even more?
I guess it's actually a gridlock.
This is a very dangerous situation. Even if a guy just stays on normal DO, he can just activate it and swing to the rear guards. And the heal procs, but that does not activate. And soul charging even more. This is a very dangerous situation for King ONS. Even just a normal DO will just finish this game off. Right? This is just a very bad situation. Unless, of course, King ONS has 3 PGs. 3 PGs is asking for a lot.
It seems like Age will use Dote.
Dote instead to like to do the multi attack, right? Yeah. He doesn't want to commit anything. Again, he's probably too afraid to just go all in. I guess he has like 2 dotes in hand, maybe. Because at this one, he'll just be swinging 2 to face instead of 3 times. If he just stayed with normal DO, right?
Mm-hmm.
But then again, Rebirth draws.
Does he have an extra Dote in his hand?
Maybe because he's swinging on rear guard with Dote, right? So maybe another Dote in hand. But either way, right? ONS King needs 3 PGs if he wants to survive this. And that's highly unlikely. Maybe. It's so unfortunate that King ONS was grade stuck. We've seen him triggering like criticals left and right, so yeah, he probably doesn't have great cheese in hand. And timer is going down. Is a guy lagging? Is there some latency issues happening right now? Is this happening to you also, Norian?
Yeah.
Time issues? Timeout? Will a guy lose
so.
by timeout? Well, no. What is happening?
It seems like Age will have some timeout.
Oh, that is so unfortunate. A disconnect for the 3rd place. Now, King ONS just needs to swing 3 times to face and try to end the game. Right? Unless, of course, a guy manages to, like, have multiple PGs in hand. Will King ONS have a grade 3 to ride this turn? Interesting. And he does, but it's the vanilla 12k attacker. Good enough, just for the twin drive. Just for the twin drive, right? Ooh. And another 12k attacker though. Now, King ONS needs to get triggers if he wants to get past through that 13k base, or else a guy still has a chance. Oh! A guy might still have a chance to win this. And he didn't even bother attacking the rear guards at that point. I think he knows, King Honest knows that he'll probably lose this fight, right? Unless, of course, a guy times out again. Come on! Don't lose by timeout! Come on!
But it seems like
You're so
ONS
close!
King will win due to timeout.
This is so close! Ooh, this was such a close fight. He was doing so well. And there's the disconnect of Unstable. This happens with online games. It happens all the time with online games. You know, you get disconnected, you get disqualified. Just 1 bar of time left. Will a guy manage to just finish the game? Just finish the game. Moving to the back, you have 1 bar of time. Getting that velocity, just press that battle button and you'll be fine. And there it is! There it is!
Guy is back.
Guy is finally back, and will this be finally be the first game done? The only way King Honest will win this is if he heals 2 times. You have 2 bars left of time for battle phase. Come on. Come on. You don't want to lose by timeout again. Activating the Dote Persona Blast, restanding again. Whoop, drawing 2. Here we go. Swinging 3 times to face. 1. Whoop, PG procced. The
Oh,
bar,
no,
the
no,
bar,
no,
the
no,
bar,
no,
the bar, the bar, the bar, the bar. Oh no 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 no! The bar,
Swing.
the bar. Oh, okay. One swing. Oh, the bar. Oh, oh no.
Oh,
Oh,
what a crucial moment.
oh yeah. Okay, that was so close. That was such a I was so stressed out. The timer bar though.
It's actually a crucial moment for Agay 1013 right there.
That was just a fight. That was such a close fight. I can't believe that. And the timer was their opponent. Let me just restart again my mirroring. That was such a close fight. It wasn't a fight of triggers. It wasn't a fight much of strategies. It was a fight of time, right? It's so close. It was so close. That was... Oh, okay, now we can start viewing fight again. We'll be back, and we're back.
Oh, it's a Revenger versus Kagyro.
Ooh, Revenger versus Kagyro. Now we have Honest King with Revengers and a guy going back again with his Kagyro. Now, hopefully, a guy's connection will not falter again. we don't want that happening again. This is not.
The
This is
crucial
not.
moment.
Yeah, this is not even the finals, and I'm already stressed. I'm already stressed. This is not even the finals yet. The timer, the bar, that 1 bar of time. Riding Dorant here. Ooh, drawing 2. Just swinging for face. And the Gaius on the back again, an SP Gaius. Very nice. I also got one, but I don't use it. Swinging for face. And a whiffed heal for ONS King. I'll be right back. VPH Norian, kindly take over for a bit. I will be back in a bit. I'm just gonna go get something. Someone's by the door. Thank you. And we are back. Hello, I'm back. I'm back. There we go. So currently a very slow start again for both players. Revengers and Kagyro fall under the category of slow start, explosive end game. Of course, there are those who Revenger players who go aggro early. Same with Kagyro. But that's the usual strategy when playing with these clans. Riding the brick ride, so no brick for us today. On King ONS side, finally not getting grade stuck.
Oh, it's a heal.
Oh, and a healing down to 1 for King ONS and getting that power to go over the defensive. The filter down, hitting for 22. That's 3-1 in favor of King ONS. Of course, a guy 10-13 won earlier, so if he can manage a win, he will be securing the 3rd place spot. This tournament started at around 11 a.m. and 11 a.m. earlier, and we've been going on for about almost 2 hours now on the semifinals and finals match. So yeah. So if you guys, if some of you haven't really subscribed or subscribed yet, if you like this kind of content, then please kindly do insert self-promote here. We will definitely be having more VPH tournaments in the future. I will definitely cover them more, and hopefully I can get a proper emulator so I can watch, so we can have a smoother watching time. And using Berserk, retiring that Dorint is not a bad play, because Dorint is a playmaker in Revengers, right? The free counter charge is just too good. Using Dote to probably use the Persona Blast to restand. And a heal. Oh wait, no, there's no counter blast, so he can't restand. And a heal for a guy here, going down to 2. Again, it's like a mirror of the first match. Both are just getting early heals. Both are just getting triggers left and right. And it will just go down to either a stall fight or whoever pushes first. There we go. And a BDR is dropped to the damage zone. That's one less BDR to use. Moving on to ONS King's turn. Again, these two have a very slow start, slow early game, slow mid game. Not until either of them gets limit break. Putting out that R2, probably setting up another Dorant in the back. Dark Bond Trumpeter then. Just to probably get retire cards, just to retire them in the future turns, right? There's another Dorant on the field. Makes sense. Just pushing to 3. Not a guy is already in Dote, so there's no limit break, right? Dote doesn't rely on limit break. So he could have possibly
actually pressure once he had 2 CB.
Yeah, either way, right? He could have pushed to 4 this turn because there's no point in trying to LB deny him. Dote doesn't have LB, and he'll be giving the 2 counterblast either way. The Gaius is still there, ready for that random crit. Okay, not writing anything. Getting that Novell grade 2 out on the field. There's no Novell in hand. Okay, this is another slow burn for both players. Neither again wants to budge. Both know that once either of them gets to limit break, the other one is at great risk of losing. We're just probably either pushing to 3, using the Gaia's ability, or restanding with the Dote to gain to draw more cards. But since it's boosting by Gaia's and no counterblast has been activated, most likely not. Just pushing to 3 damage, yeah. And a draw trigger for ONS. It's a 3-3. Now, will ONS give the limit break though? Will he be ready for it? Another loading time. Okay, since this is the loading time, we know that a guy has a Dote in hand. Right? So he has a Dote in hand ready for next turn. That's some information that ONS King can definitely use. Thinking what he should do next. Most likely, ONS King is probably debating right now if he will give limit break to the opponent. Now, we don't know if he will actually. He hasn't put anything else in the board, and he will give the counterblast, extra counterblast again, and the heal. Ooh. Oh wait, no, I forgot. Dote doesn't have limit break. Okay, so just pushing to 4. Yeah. Now, a guy will most likely push to limit break as well. Probably push to 5. Or maybe not, depends. Maybe he will. He has 3 open counterblasts right now. And then just skipping the ride, of course. What will he put down? There's no intercepts on ONS King's side. Again, do note, if Guy 1013 wins this, he will be the 3rd place winner. So ONS King must win this fight if he wants to have a fighting chance. Swinging in with the Dot unboosted because we know he has the Persona Blast ready. No defensive. And another Dot will restand. Now blasting 2 Persona Blast. And then drawing 2 more cards. Oop, I'm so sorry if there's a background noise right now. Someone is working upstairs. Oh man. Swinging in for that 17. Just to push to 4. No triggers. So that will... ONS King will just be pushed to 4 damage. And a whiffed heal. Then attacking probably just attack to the Darmood. There we go. Both are now pushed to 4 and...
Is this a stall game again?
I don't think so because King ONS has Limit Break. King ONS has Break Ride available. Break Ride is online. And now this is very dangerous for a guy. This... Oh, not to Raging Form. Into another Mordred. Mordred to Mordred again. So we have here one of our viewers, of course, another ONS team member. Oh, sorry about that. There we go. Another ONS team member cheering on for his teammates. So retiring that will essentially be 3 swings to the face, 2 PGs if a guy wants to survive. And nothing else. Nothing else. King ONS is not committing anything else on the field. Just procking for 1 PG is good enough for him. I guess King ONS will have a high chances of surviving, right? And there's a draw trigger for King ONS. Just hitting over those big numbers. And another draw. And a PG procs. Whoa, that is... There we go. A bit laggy there. Okay. Now, what can a guy 1013 do? If he has another Dot, he can swing to rear guard, restand, and have 3 attacks to face again. Or if you just have a normal retire, just 3 attacks to face. But if he doesn't try to end it this turn, he has high chances of losing the game. We all know how terrifying the break ride of RFD is with the break ride. Swinging with Dot to the rear guard first, showing us that he probably has another Dot in hand. A PG to the bottom. Very good information. Another drive check. There is none. Again, some latency issues with my mirroring, so it's a bit late. Activating that Doti to restand. Whoop, he is restanding again. There we go. Swinging 2 times to Vanguard. Ready to go. Oops, swinging now for that counter charge. So, wow, that's a lot of delay. And then no defensives. And now we have just one more swing to the face. It's most likely that King ONS has a PG in hand, right? Both are getting to their low number count of cards in deck. Getting a bit risky. Getting a draw trigger. There we go. Definitely swinging. And another draw trigger. Getting to that hand size limit. Right there. And PG will proc for King ONS. While that happens, let me just restart again the mirroring.
Fortunately, it seems like ONS King can finish this game.
Really? Yeah. There's the another Mordred. Oh wow, Mordred again. And oh, this is very dangerous for a guy. So they will definitely move on to the third match then if a guy doesn't have 3 PGs available in his hand. Will he be able to survive? And another intercept. Ooh, this is looking bad. 16 PG, first PG procced. If this was the ride was raging form, this is just the end. But fortunately, and even with a heal though, it will still go over the defensive. And King ONS wins the second match. We will be moving on to the third match, people. That was a very standard Kagyro versus Revengers place. We didn't even see Raging Form. Now, did we? We didn't even see Raging Form at play whatsoever.
Mhm.
But and there's no break ride with a guy as well. Now, moving on to their final match. This match will decide who will be third place. And then we will have a break for a bit, and then we'll move on to the finals. Viewing the fight. Let's go. And it's Link Joker. A guy 1013 playing Link Joker, ONS King with his Revengers. This is gonna be another interesting fight. Again, we've already discussed this. Revengers has a good match with Link Joker because they retired their own cards. But if Link Joker retires your cards before you can retire them, you're in trouble. So, Link Joker is going second. Revengers going first. And we can see that a guy 1013 is running the standard ride chain. And it's a failed ride chain. Very unfortunate. A guy 1013 doesn't have the proper grade 1. Very, very bad. Grade 1 searches out a free card. But they do have the filter though. So I guess that's a consolation. And so the heals are... So at least one of the heals is gone. And going into battle phase, just swinging to the front. This is gonna be another slow game where there's not much happening between the early and mid game, and both will have an explosive end game. And there's the grade 2 on top. Unfortunate. 10k vanilla down. Riding a Masquerade, 12k attacker. Probably just swing once again. Searching for the brake ride or maybe RFD. What will he get? He got the brake ride. Early Dorant just setting up maybe for a future Blaster Dark Avenger. Just keep on cheering. Yep, more on the chat. The teammate again, continue cheering. There we go. One of the Schwarzschild is out. But of course, Schwarzschild can make another copy of itself by counterblasting one. Sadly though, no ride chain power up. Unless he rides the grade 2, Schwarz will stay at 10k base. And he does have the grade 2. Okay, so Schwarzschild will be at 11k base. Will be swinging to 3 most likely. Yes, there it is. But that grade, the grade 2 intercept will be retired. We did see the Dorant in the back, so a Blaster Dark Revenger will definitely come in the next turn. Face and a draw trigger. Hitting those magic numbers. Of course, swinging with Vanguard first. Another Dorant down, and there's no defensive. So hitting for 3. King ONS might do the same thing and just hit for 3 damage. Another damage deny plays again from both sides. And the brake ride for King ONS, riding up to Mordred Phantom. Getting out that... Ooh, so no Blaster Dark Revenger, instead using Nimane to drop a heal to draw 2 more cards. This is why you take a Nimane. Nimane is a very useful card to get rid of useless cards and +1 in hand for 1 counterblast. Now, he will not commit any more cards and will just push a guy 10-13 to 2 damage. I guess that kind of makes sense, right? You don't want a Link Joker to lock up any of your rear guards. So you don't want to commit a board. But then if you don't commit a board, you're losing out on the pressure. If they push you in high damage, and if the opponent's at low damage, Raging Form can't kill. Right? Raging Form can 3 to 6, but that's if the conditions are perfect. But if not, you'd want to do the kill turn on 4 damage or 5 damage. So that's we will see. We'll see how this plays out. Most likely riding either up to the brake ride or directly to Schwarz. Thinking about what to ride. Interesting. Is it either a disconnect or just thinking? Okay, the break ride is ridden. We have Infinite Zero Dragon. Infinite Zero will be a rank reward for late April. So if you guys want to build your Link Joker deck, that's gonna be the perfect chance for you. And just swinging in on rear guard. Here we go. This is gonna be another damage deny game. Be comfortable in your seats. This is gonna be a long fight. It's gonna be a very long fight again. Neither probably wants to give damage. Personally, if I was King ONS right now, I'd push the opponent to 5 damage. Right? I'll just push them to 5 damage. I'll put maybe any intercept in front of that Dorent, swing 2 times and just push them to 5. Even if they lock up your like full column, it doesn't matter, right? Because you're still at low damage. You're still at 3. As for a guy, I guess it was a good idea to not push to break ride, but you're at 3 damage. And ideally, you'd probably have a PG in hand unless he doesn't, right? Ooh, putting that out at Kente. Okay, so not putting it in front of the Dorent though. Huh? Both are playing the damage deny game. This is gonna be a long fight. Pushing to 3 and another Joe. That's another Swartz out of hand. Will a guy 10-13 push King to limit break this turn? Ooh. Still, of course, not break riding. Only 3 damage, 3 damage. Will you commit the board? Oh, and the self-damage. Self-damager. But what will that do? He's not on Schwarzschild. If he was on Schwarzschild, that would have been a good play. Because now you can activate Schwarzschild's limit break early. Probably pushing to 5. Probably pushing to 5. And then with the self-damage, denying the opponent's heal. There we go. Now we'll see. Swinging with that rear guard first. BDR down to the damage, pushing to 4. So, a guy 10-13 will commit to this. He will commit to pushing to 5 damage and surviving the Raging Form turn. Now, the thing is, if King doesn't end it this turn, he will be in so much trouble next turn. The break ride is active. And you just have to hope for 3 PGs. But even then, will you be able to kill by next turn after that? Highly unlikely. And a draw trigger. Very nice. So now, King ONS needs to 3 to 6 if he wants to try and win this. Not a very good situation right now, aren't we? What do you think, Norian? This is a pretty bad situation for
It's actually,
King ONS, right? A very bad situation, right?
yeah.
Because he needs to 3 to 6. If he can't end it this turn, he will be at the mercy of luck.
Actually, for me, I guess he can't finish this turn, even if he use RFD. I have I feel that Agay 1013 still have a PG in his hand. And the fact that Agay 1013 still have 3 damage.
Yeah, I don't think this will turn out well for King.
Like
Look at
3
that. Look
damage
at that
and the
field.
intercept. So,
So
yeah.
most likely he'll be able to just push to 5 and then PG the third attack.
Mhm.
Ooh, oh no. He will unless
Unless King have an extra copy of BDR to retire.
the other one.
Oh, never mind.
I don't think he does it. Oh, he did not. Oh, okay. So look at his setup. He will most likely retire both intercepts.
Mm.
He will most likely retire both intercepts just to prevent a
Mhm.
guy 1013 from locking up the front row. And if he does retire the front row, that means he has 3 PGs in hand.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that's 1 PG to the bottom. Oh, and there's a heal.
And a heal.
Oh, I think this might just be possible to survive. Pushing to 5, then restanding. Most likely retiring the intercepts and that Dorant to hit over 26. What will you do, King? And yep, we are correct. Retiring those intercepts is his best bet. Smart place, and then a PG will be proc this turn. I think the tides have shifted slightly towards King. Whiffed heal, that doesn't matter much.
Unfortunately, it's a heal.
Yeah, that's okay though. And now, he only just needs 2 PGs to survive this. And with his draw power, I don't think that's I don't think that's impossible. He may have 2 PGs in hand. Earlier, he was ready to retire his own intercepts, but now with the heal, he's even more safe. A guy 1013, if he break rides this turn, there's no point in break riding. It's a waste. It's gonna be a waste. Going directly to Nebula Lord instead. Probably to gain that
I guess
extra
its
power
purpose here
boost.
is to have that power.
Yep, the power
Yeah.
boost just for locking one back row.
Plus for more pressure.
Yeah, just one back row. That's still an extra what? 3,000 power, 2,000 power to the front row, right? So that's still gonna be like hitting over the. Ooh. Let's see here. Let's see if King can manage to survive this barrage, and if he does, then a guy 1013 needs to pray that he manages to either heal or get into his PGs, because this is bad for him. Ooh, look at that, gaining 3,000 power. Let's have a good fight. Oh, BDR down. Ooh, you might want that BDR. Let's see, does he have 2 PGs in hand? Oh, and PG will he's spamming emotes. It's either he has that one other PG or he doesn't have any PGs. This will decide it. The drive check. The twin drive. The first. The second. No triggers. Will he have the second PG? Ooh, this is such nail biting. And he does have the second PG. Oh no. Now we'll see if King ONS will manage to push a guy 1013 to the breaking point. He does have a raging form in hand, but his hand is pretty low. Unfortunate. that King's play there of retiring the front row intercepts was just amazing. And final turn has been called. This is it. Final turn has been called out. He's just going in hard. And I think we might have our third place then. I think we might have a third place. With this, there's nothing else that can be done.
But guys still have 3 more heal and 3 more PGs that we don't know if it's in the deck or maybe it's in
the
his hand.
Nope. No. It's done. Even if he heals here, he needs
Ooh.
another heal to survive. And that's the PG to the damage. Congratulations to our third placer, ONS King. ONS King, you have gotten to third place. And to Agay 1013, also congratulations for reaching the top 4. You guys did amazingly well. You managed your damage. You managed to outplay each other. That was a well fought battle. And now we'll probably be moving on to the finals, but maybe we should take a breather. What do you think, Norian?
I guess it's all right to have some break.
Yeah, maybe
for
maybe we'll be
to
back.
have some time to prepare.
Yep, maybe we'll be back at 3:55 then.
Yeah.
Okay, so we'll be taking no, not 3:55. Yep. We'll be taking a 5-minute break for a bit. We'll be back at 3:55 to look at the finals.
3:55.
So let me just go to the loading screen, and while we're here, we'll be back in a bit, so please stay tight. If you're watching right now, take a break, eat something, go to the bathroom or something. To the finalists, ready your decks. Be attentive. We'll call you on Discord once you guys are up for finals. So our finalist will be ONS Kurokami versus Lukisa Joke. Lukisa Joke is of course our Link Joker player. Kurokami has also been a very good player that we've seen throughout our matches, managing to reach the finals and representing her team ONS. And so we'll be back in a bit. See you guys in 5 minutes. While we're here, let's just chill to some music. Okay. We are back. You just took a bit of a break, 5 minutes break. Just now we'll be sending out. We'll be seeing the rooms, and there's the room. We'll enter it now, and we are finally here after 11, 12, 1, 2, 3, 4. It's almost 4 after 5 hours of the tournament. We are finally here, witnessing the finals of the Vanguard Philippines Monthly Tournament of March. Wait, why did I click enter? Oh no, wait, sorry about that. I accidentally clicked enter. Nope, that's not what I was supposed to do. I'm not fighting for the finals. Let me just nope. I'm sorry. I clicked enter when I should have just clicked view. Okay, let me try re-entering again. Let me just view. Up. Search room. Here we go. We have 734637048. Now we will just view. There we go. And now our finalists for this is we have Luke is a Joke versus ONS Kurokami. Here we are, already out here. The finals is finally here, guys. The finals is finally here. After 5 hours of waiting. 4 hours of wait. 5 hours of waiting. We are here. We have ONS Kurokami already ready in one of the slots. Just waiting for Luke is a Joke to enter the room. And there he is. Here we go. The climax of the finals is here. The climax of all the of this whole tournament is finally here. Are you excited, Norian? I am definitely excited for this. Good luck to both players. May the triggers be with you. And either way, you guys did an amazing job reaching this far. So whoever wins, it's okay. Viewing fight. Let's get it on. We have Kagyro versus Link Joker. Luke is a Joke again with his signature Link Joker. ONS Kurokami with her Kagyro. We will see here who will prevail this fight. Both are Kais. One is corrupted, one is not. And riding the grade 1 Nouvelle. Ending the turn, meaning no Nouvelle in hand. No grade 3 Nouvelle in hand. Riding a Vanilla for Luke. And then swinging for face. Again, as usual, these two decks have a slow early to mid game and an explosive late game. Velocity going down to damage. Here we go. Standards play riding the strike in on turn 2. Activating the Conroe for the PG. Grade 2. Grade 2 Nouvelle swinging in for face. No bellicosity to counter charge, and one Swartz is down for the heal. Both players are eager to just swing. There's no waiting for turns, they're just riding, attacking. This is, of course, the winner of this will, of course, get the prize of packs. Yes, this is a Bushiroad supported tournament, so the winner will receive packs directly from game studios themselves to their game. Swinging into face with Vanguard and a draw trigger. That's 2 break rides gone, but that's true. That's 2 extra cards in hand as well. Okay, no defensives, no trigger whatsoever. And now what are we gonna ride? Will it be? And it's the Dote, so there is no Dauntless Drive for Kurokami. Yep, Kurokami. There's no Break Ride for her. Unfortunate. But Kurokami will swing for two damage because of that crit given by Striken. No triggers as expected. Of course, Lucas a Joke has been drawing cards earlier. No break ride again makes sense. Two of the break rides are in the drop zone, going straight to Nebula Lord. Just swinging, both are gonna be in 3 damage. Of course, once since Lucas Joke is swinging for 3 damage, he will be giving Kurokami the counterblast for Dote. And a draw, and that's one less Dote for Kurokami to use. Using the starter to draw. Lucas getting a pretty big hand. Let's see. How will they play this out? No riding. Grade 2 Novelle out in front. And we know. Oh, and a retire. This means that Kurokami has a Novelle in hand, and that could be potentially dangerous once in the late game, especially once they've been pushed to 5 damage. Heals and triggers are nulled. And a heal for Luke. Oh, just pushing to 4. Very nice. Both players, their decks are responding to their will to win. Anime style. Singularity Sniper out in front. 3 Lanthanums on the back. Those grade 1s in the back gains 3000 power per locked card. So that's gonna be hit for big numbers. Even with just counterblast, they're gonna be at 10k. And will definitely hit for over defensives. As you can see, Luke is rushing in, not even afraid of giving Kurokami the counterblast. Of course, he has a lot of counterblast to spare. So if Kurokami ever commits more cards in the back row, that is, then he'll just be locking them up. And Nebula Lord gives that 3k boost again because they're at limit break. Possible push to 5. Unlike the previous games, we are going at an extremely fast rate. Neither of them are denying anything. They're going in ham. Ooh, 5 damage. And directly riding to Novelle since he is at 5 damage. Novelle is just the perfect card for this situation. A striking out in front. It is a pretty... Okay, another card out in front. And not putting any other cards in the back row makes sense. Nothing to lock. And even if Luke gets a trigger here, it will be nullified because Kurokami is at 5 damage with Novelle as the Vanguard. And a draw trigger. Another Dote down, but we know Dote is not gonna play anymore. Oh, and a heal. Perfect. But then, yeah. Pushing to 5. Neither of them are slowing down. This is a very fast-paced game. Oh, riding to that Swartz. That dangerous Swartz. We can see that the basic strategy of Luke here is using Nebula Lord and the Singularity Snipers to aid him during the early game, and then using Swartz as an ultimate finisher to just finish the game off. And I think Luke is planning to end this game right now. But even so, right, even if Kurokami survives this barrage, how will she be able to counterattack with all of the cards locked up? And a PG goes to the damage zone, and another PG procs in her hand. Swinging in with that crit, Luke is going ham. A PG goes to the bottom. And another grade 2 goes to the bottom. And another PG procs. Now, Kurokami needs something to retire. Needs a card that can retire so she can swing face once. Oh, and the Persona Blast happens. All cards on the field are being retired on Luke's side. Swinging in for 1, but will Luke have a PG? This is so fast-paced. No, nothing. Second check. And a heal procs. Oh my god. Such a fight. And a PG procs. Now, we can see that Luke is in a very bad situation right now. There are 2 intercepts on the field. And Kurokami is only at 4 damage. How will he be able to counterattack? There's no more counter blast available. He was betting on that Persona Blast, but that Persona Blast was denied. Oof, very, very unfortunate. This is unlike any of the games that we've seen so far. And there's the grade 3, that's probably a heal or a draw, I don't know. Just swinging on rear guards, hoping for that intercept or maybe heal or something. Oh, this might be game 1. This might be game 1 right here. This is the fastest games we've ever seen. And note that since Luke is at 5 damage, no miracle heals will happen here. Novell just denies that. And using the grade 2 just to retire that grade 3, because why not? Swinging in. PG procs. I think this is over. I think it's over. There's no more miracle heals, and even if he does heal, that still goes over defensive because of the draw. Look at that. Double draw. And there it is. That's so fast. What the heck is this finals? And there it is. The winner of game 1 goes to ONS Kurokami. Very well played, very nicely played. A fast-paced game. Neither of them wanted to damage the knife. Nope, they just swing. Very nice plays. The heal, Kurokami's heal, really helped her, and banging on that Persona Blast with Luke sadly wasn't enough. That was a very fast fight. That was an amazingly fast-paced fight. Wow. Now we're moving on to game 2. Kurokami is in the lead with 1-0. Now, Luke needs to win this match, or else we will already have a decided winner. And it's gonna be a rematch between Link Joker and Kagyro. Of course, Luke bringing in his Kagyro. Kurokami with her... Luke with Link Joker and Kurokami with Kagyro. This is the climax that we've been waiting for. Okay, so Luke is going first. Riding that 8k vanilla. Again, early to mid game, pretty slow, but the late game, very spicy. Riding that Novell grade 1 again. Okay, no Novell in hand. There's a Gojo to the bottom, just swinging for face 1 time. Dealing 1 damage, and that's a whiffed heal. That's another Swartz gone for Luke. Riding in Singularity Sniper. Just barely hitting over. And a draw trigger activating for Luke as well. Early triggers. Kurakami loses a bellicosity to the damage zone. There is no hesitation in every move, every turn. They just ride, call, attack. They are not hesitating at all. It's not. It's like it's just automatically thinking. Look at that, a strike in, and then putting that grade 1 Novell in the back, just hitting for 2 damage to push the tree, and then that dote to get the trigger, hitting over defensives. No trigger for Luke, activating Bellicosity's ability to countercharge, pushing early to 3 damage. Ooh. And a heal activates for Luke. Another Swartz gone, but that's gonna be 1 to 2. Riding the brake ride, there we go. IZD, Infinite Zero Dragon, is on the field. Calling out the filter, filtering out that vanilla for maybe an intercept or any other card. Putting down another IZD in front. Maybe, so he's not considering reriding Infinite Zero over Infinite Zero then. Pushing to only 2 damage. This is interesting. I guess either setting up or has like loads of intercepts in hand. That's a powerful double draw on Luke's side. Hitting for only 2 damage. And another draw with the starter. His hand is very, very healthy. And then pushing in for 2 damage only. Preventing Kurokami from doing anything else other than maybe probably playing a dote. And there's the dote that we speak of. The end comes into the field, ready to multi-attack. A PG does drop down for Kurokami, hitting in with that 11k base. Here we go. No triggers, sadly. Hitting in for 3 damage. No triggers. Will not activate the dote ability. Hitting in with that strike and pushing the opponent to 4. And now Break Ride is active for Luke. Riding straight to Nebula Lord. Not even hesitating to ride anything else but Nebula Lord. Nebula Lord, the Break Ride will activate, locking up that whole column. And with that, the 2 Lantanoms in the back will gain, the 1 Lantanom in the back will gain 6,000 power. Sadly, there's nothing else to lock, so he can't use Nebula Lord's ability to draw a card. But that is still a very powerful column that he made right there. And another Lantanom in the back, that is powerful. And then now with Nebula Lord's Limit Break giving an extra 6,000 power to the front row. And a draw procs for Kurokami, getting over that defensive. Another rear guard swinging in, pushing him to 4. And another draw activates for Kurokami. But this will still hit for the 5th damage. The power is just too strong with Nebula Lord. A PG goes to the bottom. And a push to 5. Now, how will Kurokami handle this situation? A whole column is locked on her side. She has a dote available to attack multiple times. A Striken is in front of the field. She's thinking, a booster behind, there's a Gojo. And battling there. Most likely gonna use the Persona Blast of Dote right here. Swinging in with boost and a heal procs. These 2 players are insane. They're just insane. Their decks are playing out how they are supposed to play. And no dote activated, meaning either she doesn't have a dote or does not want to use it. And here it is. Swarshal Dragon enters the field, ready to lock up 3 rear guards on Kurokami's side, activating it to get another copy of Swartz to hand, and then he can counterblast 3. But will he do it though? Does he think he can end this game, or will he make the same mistake he did last round? And he's not hesitating. He's gonna do it, locking up 3 rear guards, including the 2 front rows and 1 back row behind Dote. Of course, the 2 Lanthanoms will gain an extra 9,000 power. No intercepts on Luke's side, just swinging. And heal procs, but this does not matter. It's a whiffed heal. Swinging in with that Nebula column, a PG procs. Will Kurokami have another PG in hand? Swinging in with a crit. Checking Twin Drive. There's nothing. Will Kurokami have a PG in hand? Another PG procs for Kurokami. And now, what will happen here is we need Luke to have another PG if he wants to survive this. Checking the Twin Drive. A draw. Another Dote gone. A draw for Kurokami. Swinging into face. And a PG procs. But remember, Kurokami has 2 intercepts up. So, and there's no other form of lock that can happen this turn. This is the problem with like Link Joker. After they break right turn, they just kind of flop. Especially with the Schwarzschild variant, it flops after you use the 3 counterblasts. So you have to be very careful. Luke will now have to either hope for a heal, survive the next turn with PGs and heals, or just go straight to Nebula Lord, lock up the go straight to Nebula Lord. There's no counterblast to lock up the back row. This will be decided if Kurokami has another PG in her hand. First check. PG to the bottom on second check. Will she have it? She had it! A PG procs. Is this it? Is it over? Is it actually over? And it is! It's actually over!
Okay, sa joke concede.
Oh my! That was so fast!
So we have a winner.
Yep, our winner for the March monthly tournament of Vanguard Philippines is ONS Kurokami. Congratulations! Thank you for playing with us today. You have won, what did she win? 10 packs? Am I correct? What are the prizes out? But either way, that was a very amazing fight. That was just an unbelievable fight.
Yeah.
Unlike the third place matches or any other matches that we've seen before, both of them did not deny any sort of living break, did not deny any damage. They just rushed, hit each other as hard as they can. It's the total opposite of all the plays that we've seen before. It is just so hype. It's just so hyped up. Their triggers responded. They drew. They healed. They PG'd. They activated their skills. They're just amazing players. Congratulations to ONS Kurokami for winning the championship, and congratulations to all of the other players that joined. You may not have won today, or you may not even have reached top 8, top 4, but that's okay. You will still have more chances in the future. So please keep up with us and keep updated on the news. So any parting messages, VPH Norian?
Let's say we should meet again next month
Next
for
month?
another monthly tournament of VPH.
Oh, aka April. So, April we will definitely have another tournament, but this time we will be seeing set 14 meta at play. So, look out for that. Build your decks, hone your skills, and you might be sitting on top again, just like ONS Kurokami right now. So, yeah. To those who have watched the entire stream, thank you for staying with us for almost about 3 hours of the stream. This is actually my first time streaming for 3 hours as well. Yep, definitely good game to all those who have joined the tournament. A big thanks to the VPH community. A big thanks to VPH Norian here joining me with today, who hosted the tournament. Give a big thanks to all of the people joining us today, and I guess that's gonna be the end of it, right?
Yeah.
To those, if any Filipino viewers are watching now that are not part of the community, I will be putting the VPH Facebook group in the description later. You can guys just request and we'll add you personally. And yeah, thank you guys for watching, those who've supported us. I'll be seeing you guys on the next video, on the next stream, most likely on set 14. I'll be pulling a lot of packs for set 14, so you guys keep an eye out for that. And I'll be uploading my own experiences in this tournament. I've recorded some of my own plays, even though I only managed to reach top 8. Yeah, I'll be ending the stream. Thank you guys for much again. See you guys on the next stream. Keep supporting us. Bye-bye. Say bye. Bye-bye.
Bye. Okay, pasa ko na to.